Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Garner, and I'm the Principal Investigator for the Substance Treatment Strategies for HIV Care Project, or STS for HIV Project for short. Funded by the National Institute on Drug Abuse, the purpose of this project is to enhance care for individuals living with HIV by improving the integration of substance use services within HIV community-based organizations, or HIV CBOs, across the United States. Currently, the project's focused on identifying what we call substance treatment strategy recommendations, which will provide recommendations about the most promising strategies for implementing the most promising treatments to address the most problematic substances. Last year, we conducted a national interactive survey that included nearly 700 stakeholders composed of leadership staff, frontline staff, and clients. We asked participants to estimate the prevalence of several different substance use disorders among individuals living with HIV, as well as estimate their negative impact on the HIV care continuum and other important areas of life. We found that the top 3 most problematic substance use disorders were for alcohol, methamphetamines, and opioids. Now, we're moving into the project's second national interactive survey, which is what you're about to begin participating in. This survey is focused on trying to identify treatment interventions that key stakeholders like you believe are promising for integrating into HIV CBOs across the United States. So thank you for making the time to participate in our project's second national interactive survey. Your participation is important because it will help inform which treatment interventions should be prioritized. There are a couple of things you should know before beginning the survey. First, each treatment intervention included as part of this survey has been shown to be effective for one or more substance use disorders. Second, the staff requirements for each treatment intervention will be highlighted as part of an overview video and infographic. After learning about each treatment intervention, you'll be asked to rate each according to what we call the first criteria. More specifically, you'll rate each intervention according to whether you think it would be fundable. For example, to what extent would there be funding available to train or hire a staff to offer this treatment intervention to clients in need? Implementable. To what extent would qualified staff have the necessary time and support to implement this treatment intervention with clients in need? Retainable. Once a qualified staff was trained or hired to offer this treatment intervention, to what extent would it be possible to keep them for at least 1 year after they'd been hired or trained? Sustainable. Assuming turnover of staff qualified to offer the treatment intervention, to what extent would it be possible to hire or train a replacement staff? Scalable. If there was an increase in client need, to what extent would it be possible to hire or train additional staff to offer the treatment intervention? And finally, timely. To what extent is having a qualified staff available to offer this treatment intervention within HIV CBOs both needed and desired? Oh, and there's one more thing you should know before completing the survey. Unlike traditional surveys, this is an interactive survey that enables sharing of information and allows participants to change both their responses and comments as often as needed during the 2-week period. There are no wrong or right answers, so please do your best to add comments that will help others understand your responses. Be sure to read comments provided by other participants and participate in the survey at least once during the first week of the survey and at least once during the second week of the survey. Thanks again for helping advance understanding about the extent to which several effective treatment interventions for substance use disorders are promising for integration within HIV CBOs across the United States.